20% setup, 40% finding clients and problems, 20% persuasion. This is enough to secure clients from all over the world. But misusing this last 20% will crumble it all down. Execution. That being said, I'm going to show you the basics that you need to start cold DMing right after watching this video. I'll start naming the most immediate actions you need to take notice or just see if you're doing right or wrong. By the end of it, you can actually be sending DMs and actually getting responses. No weird or cryptic name handles. Keep it as simple as possible and with as less numbers and special signals as possible. Try keeping just like one special character or a special number that you represent. Have a great profile pic. As I've been saying in my previous video, like you just have to be on the first horizontal line, the one that's upwards. If you keep your eyes close to that, you will be framed and your picture will come out nice. Use your bio to gain credibility points and to actually stand out in the market. And in the bio, check if the links and mentions you have there all go through like to real places. Don't have them going through dead ends. Still on your profile, just check if you have a VSL or something that showcases you verbally saying what you do and actually presenting charisma and saying something in front of the camera. That will boost your points by a ton. Having a system to providing content and like providing Loom videos just in case you want to let them know how you can help them and how you can make them money. Before outreaching, decide if you want to build rapport or if you want to make an offer. These two strategies will give you completely different results. Finding the problem. This can be the hardest and the easiest part of all of this because there are basically two ways that clients will pay for your services. Picture this. You get up, go to take a shower, then you get into the bathtub only to find out that there's no water. But then you remember you're hosting a super important meeting today at the office and you can't be late. You check the time on your phone and you realize you only have 2 hours and 30 minutes left. How do you manage this? I don't know about you, but the first thing I'm doing is getting onto my phone, looking for the first plumber I find, if it's on Google, if it's on Instagram or what, and have them coming to my place the fastest way possible, you know? This is obvious in a lot of cases. If it's for mechanics, if it's for a lot of situations. This is basically considered inbound outreaching. This stems from the client's interest and the person just needs to provide the services. But since we're outreaching, it's way harder to trigger that sense of urgency in the clients. Since they don't know us, and you'll most of the times be pitching something that they don't know enough about or they don't pay enough attention to, so they don't actually come up seeing the importance of it all. Our goal is to dominate one specific problem and actually present it in a way that it will appeal to the person and make them feel like, yeah man, maybe this is a problem that I can be willing to fix, you know? And this mainly comes with the set of clients you find. But since we talked about many ways to find clients here in my channel, I'm going to be focusing on how to know if this is a right client for you to outreach to. Check for the business activity on that specific platform. I'm talking about Instagram, but listen to this. If you see that the person is actually consistently posting and they have a somewhat consistent posting schedule, yeah, it's good news, you know. What will be your downfall is not looking at the posts they're making, because you can see the ideal customer and DM them like 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, but they will never get back to you. Why? Because they're not using that Instagram anymore. Their last post was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, you know, and you're still taking your time like personalizing your outreach to them and stuff like that, and your time will be wasted. Target accounts higher than 5,000 followers and lower than 100,000 followers. And this is a safe margin I found that works for me. You do you, try your things and you'll see what works better with you. Be able to pronounce their name and check if they actually respond to comments and stuff like that. That will be a way you can actually get in their good side before actually reaching out to them. Tend to like their posts. If you're able to have them following you, that will be great, because even if that person doesn't actually go ahead and follow you or doesn't follow up with you, if he is following you, other people that follow them will see that they're following you, and when you outreach to them, they'll be like, hey, we know someone in common. So there's more odds of them actually coming back to you with a positive answer. This 20% is dedicated to persuasion. The single most important detail that will make or break this whole process is aiming to get out of the message requests. Because if you are still in the message requests by all of this, all the other things we talked about in this video, they won't even matter, you know? You must focus on actually getting out of the message requests, getting your message seen, getting your message responded to. How I basically get out of the message requests is I basically just send them an audio message. Now hear me out. I know that might be somewhat weird, especially if you don't know the person on the other end, but listen to this. There's actually quite some intellect behind that, because when you send a message as an audio, you can't actually see the transcript beforehand. At least not by now, you know. They can't know if it's good, if it's bad, because it's not written down. They won't see that, hey Brenda, and then your name isn't Brenda, your name is Clark, and you just like don't even open the message, you know. While when it's an audio message, you have to literally listen to a bit of it, you know. You have to literally listen. Once I decided on the person I'm going to outreach to, I just sent them a message just saying like, hey Benny, hope you're doing well. I'm not doing too bad myself. So I found your live here on your page, and like it's crazy cool, man. It's crazy cool. I saw that you were talking about this special course or this something like that. Like, do you mind actually sending me the link to that? I can't actually seem to find it, you know. I just saw it in a whim and I don't seem to find it. Can you send it over? This works, as I have said, and as I'm saying usually in every video, it does work. People feel the sympathy, or they feel the positive energy coming on to your audio, you know. And most times people might not even want to respond, but they will respond out of goodwill. You just need to show enough intrigue in that department for them to know that, okay, he was actually just looking at this, you know. He doesn't particularly want to buy, and he's not being fake, disguising himself as a customer or something like that. He just wanted to know about this, you know. That actually ends up boosting your points when it's well executed. When it's badly executed, you lose all your points. Having that down to a T will help you 20 times more, completing the 100% and finessing the execution. Once you try to DM 100 people, I guarantee that at least some of them will come back and you'll get that second strive.